And guess what? One of the heroes tonight joining us right off the bat as Addison Barger will sit down. A big part, obviously, of that monster inning with a pinch hit grand slam, the first in World Series history. And welcome to the post-game show. Jump right in. And Addison joins us. Great to see you. That was one of the coolest things ever for us watching it. What did it feel like for the guy doing it, that grand slam?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even remember. It was so hard to just kind of gather my thoughts and everything. You know, it's just like a blackout moment. You know, it's crazy.
So Addison, take me to the mindset. You don't start the game because a lefty's on the mound. Then you come in and pinch hit to only face a lefty and hit the first grand slam pinch hit in history of that. Tell me about your mindset. What were you thinking?
Honestly, I was just like, I was choking up a little bit and just trying to put the ball in the air, get a run in that situation. I mean, I know it's a tough at bat left on left, but the goal was just put the barrel on the ball, hopefully get in the air, get a run in.
Love it.
Addison, congratulations on the bomb that you hit tonight. Man, World Series in Canada. First time in a long time. Tell me what is going on in the clubhouse. How is the motivation is going on in the clubhouse, especially with all those young guys that you guys have in the ball club?
I mean, we just have such a tight, energetic group. Every day we're having fun in there. We're not taking it too serious. We understand we're playing the Dodgers and they're a great team, but we're trying to keep everything the same and just go out and compete like we have all year.
I tell you what, I've marveled at you guys' approach at the plate. I mean, it's pretty impressive to watch. How much pride do you guys take in contact, two-strike approach, putting the ball in play?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how this has all happened and why our team is the way we are. I don't know if we have a great set of hitting coaches that are super supportive and awesome, but I think we're just trying to play baseball, play baseball the right way, get guys over. That was kind of taught, they were kind of hammering on that in spring training, like base running and situational hitting. And I think that's a big key to us.
Addison, we're talking about how well your team is built. You guys have a college atmosphere feel to it, at least from the outside. Your starting pitcher, you Savage, starts in Dunedin, A-ball. You start in Buffalo, and you both are here doing great things. As you're here, what are you thinking, reflecting back, starting the year in Buffalo?
It's just baseball is so unpredictable. You never know where it's going to take you or what's going to happen. So it's just my mindset then was kind of just stay true to the process and hope it works out, and it's still kind of staying the same.
How much a guy like Bichette, Springer, Blatty help a young guy like you in a team like that?
Yeah, I mean, they're the leaders of the team. They help all the young guys, not just myself, but if you need to talk about anything, they're pretty much always there for you, and we know they have our backs no matter what, and I really appreciate them.
I tell you, one of the great things about playing in the World Series is not only just on the field, but it's before you come to the game, walking around town, people in your ear, people cheering for you. Talk to me a little bit about the atmosphere it's been here in Toronto for this much anticipated World Series.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have the best fans in baseball. Obviously a whole country behind us, and we feel the energy every single night. I mean, they're awesome. We see them on the streets, like you said. Go Blue Jays, I'm here on the street every day, I couldn't be more happy to be here.
Addison, just team-wide philosophy. We've talked so much, and we've seen it obviously about your approach and the contact you make and how tough you guys are to strike out. But it's not just contact. You make contact and slug as a team. You make hard contact. Is that something that was discussed before the season with you guys, like team-wide? Obviously, you swing like a sledgehammer. It's so fun to watch you swing it. But was making not only contact but hard contact something that was team-wide approach that was discussed, way back in February?
For sure. I mean, David Poppins came in and said, "Hey, I don't care if you swing at breaking balls in the dirt. Get your swing off. Get your A swing off every time," which is kind of funny because we're a high contact team. But pick your spots and let it eat. Why not?
Hey, two things. First of all, I want you to look at the camera and say, "Hi, Adam." That's his father. Yeah. Say what's up to your pop right there.
Hi, Adam.
There we go. Second of all, no, I know what I'm talking about.
I like it.
That guy. Second of all, this guy have a home in the Dominican Republic. Just so you know, now you need to go to Casa de Campos, okay?
Okay.
I'll take you there. Don't worry about it. Win the World Series. What about this first?
All right, sounds good.
A pretty good day for the Blue Jays and this guy, Addison Barger, pinch hit grand slam.
And by the way,
awesome. We got a present.
I only give this shirt to the bad guys.
There you go. It's official.
Mato, you mato, boy.
Addison,
Hey,
don't feel
not
like,
even bloody had one yet.
but don't feel like you have to wear it. You got Boston around. You don't have to wear it, man.
Red Sox, that's going to be tough.
He already know. He know,
That's a tough
Papi.
look.
Addison, congrats. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Great job.
Hey,
Addison
congratulations,
Barger,
man.
pinch hit grand
Take
slam
care,
for the
buddy.
Blue Jays and a big Game 1 win. And this was a statement. I mean, this was a 9-run, 6th inning, most runs in a World Series inning. That was something else.
Well, we said it. I mean, you know, the country of Canada has known how great this team is, how feisty, how gritty they are. Now America does too, and we've been saying it all along in October. Look, the Dodgers are bullies. They're the best in class, and they're used to being in a boxing match, knocking people out. These guys took their best punch. They punched back, and boy, that 6th inning, Papi, was phenomenal.
Man, I'm telling you, I mean, we talk about David and Goliath in the pregame, right? You think about the Dodgers, big, strong, amazing team, the best team in baseball. But when you think about the Toronto Blue Jays and their sequence during the regular season, playoff, ALCS, this team, they were pitcher out. I keep on telling you guys. Plus, guys, let me tell you guys one thing. 7 days off, I keep on talking about it, Kevin. It's affect you because baseball is an everyday sport. And when you look at the Dodgers swinging the bat tonight, it seems like they were a little off.
Great point.
Well, you know, look, the Dodgers pitching staff has been magnificent up until this point in the playoffs. But we talked about how this is a different team than the other two teams that they faced. I understand the story is going to be the 9-run inning that they had, but even if they did not have that 9-run inning, they wear you down. They wear you down. Snell threw what, 20-something?
30 in the
25
first
pitches
pitch.
in the first
30.
inning,
Yeah.
right? It's just over and over. They're on base. They're putting the ball in play. They wear you down. There's always traffic on the base paths. And for them, you never know who's going to beat you. Anyone in that lineup can beat you. You know, Vlad had a couple hits, but he didn't hit a big home run, driving a bunch of runs. It's the rest of the lineup. That's what makes them tough.
Yeah, I agree, Pap. And the Dodgers pitchers thrive of swing and miss, and the Blue Jays, they do not swing and miss. And when you look at Snell's face, he was in foreign territory. He has not had this type of real estate in a really long time.
Dodgers allowed as many hits tonight as they did the entire NLCS against Milwaukee. Think about that for a second. That's unbelievable. A couple of those hits, Dalton Varsho had a big one. He's with our Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Dalton. So many people see you as underdogs in this series, yet you put up 11 runs tonight against a dominant pitching staff. What do those people see now?
I mean, we've done it all year. We've trusted each other. Literally pass the baton to the next guy. If you don't get it done, the next guy does. So honestly, it's a credit to our lineup and just trusting ourselves and doing what we've done all year.
Your two-run homer tied the score in the 4th inning. It's first pitch fastball. It was the first home run by a left-handed hitter off Blake Snell all season. What was your plan coming in?
Just try to get a good ball to hit. He's a really good pitcher. I've faced him before plenty of times. He's honestly dominated me, but honestly, it's one of those guys where you got to get your best swing off, and whatever happens, happens.
Dalton, 3 sons of former major leaguers were in the Blue Jays lineup tonight. Your father, Gary, twice lost in Game 7 of the NLCS. How badly do you want to win the World Series for him?
I want to win it all for him. Honestly, not even just him, all these fans. These fans are great, and they've earned it.
Dalton, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Back to you.
All right, Ken, appreciate it. Dalton, thanks so much. There you go. Most runs per game in a single postseason. The Blue Jays are approaching that mark. 6.8 right now, and they are bludgeoning really, really good pitchers. You know, to your point, we talked about this so much on the break. Look at this. Papi.
Dodgers lose. Oh, my God.
Not so fast. Papi loves it.
Cheer up.
That was fun.
Kevin, you know how they give me that welcome when I walk into Canada,
Listen,
right?
Papi and I were on the same flight yesterday. No joke. So we come in and everyone is talking to Papi about the show. They love the show. We get into Canada and we're in the immigration line, and the immigration officer, when Papi comes up, who's next in line, says, "Duh, Yankees lose."
No way.
I said, "Do you want my passport or not?" Here you go.
I created a monster.
It's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
It's so great. But, hey, I want to go, though, about this Jays offense and wearing Snell down. Snell has not had a blip in forever, not just this postseason. Talked about the first inning, Derek, right? But then in that fifth, just working him. How do they do it? I mean, it's just the Dodgers starting pitching has been so great, but they haven't quite seen an approach like this.
Yeah, it's a team-wide approach. I mean, these guys take so much pride. That's why I wanted to ask Barger, because they take so much pride in making contact, putting the ball in play. You heard him saying he was just trying to do his job. If you try to do your job, good things happen. You get rewarded for it a lot of the time. But the thing with Snell didn't pitch bad. He didn't pitch bad at all. I thought he pitched well.
I thought he did too.
They just keep coming at you. It's the first left-handed hitter that's hit a home run off him the entire year. So probably just when he thinks he can exhale, bam. You cannot exhale with any one of these players in their lineup.
Yeah, and look, I actually think going back to that first inning, Cap, 30 pitches, and I think what you saw in the fifth inning was a consequence of that first inning, right? A ripple effect. And the last time a lefty hit a home run, Kevin, was 2 years ago. It was Juan Soto. And again, when you work, then you get the big bang. But it's not just a home run; it's everything that happens before, and that's why these guys kill you. Death by 1,000 cuts.
This Blue Jays team is like a group of bees when you wake them up.
Yeah.
They attack you and wear you out and make you tired. Like Snell haven't inning like that during the whole playoff. He just been good to go of all time. But this team, man, it's like we say, you don't know where the punch gonna come from. They wear you out. They like to create traffic on the bases so they can take your focus away, and that's exactly what they did with Snell. And on top of it, he pitched really good tonight.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Papi, you know this, and Derek, you know this as well. Pitching batter is like a chess match. It's a warfare. The face that jumped off me, the stuff was great for Snell, and he was maybe a little rusty, whatever. But the frustration that he couldn't put these batters away told me a lot. And that's what this lineup does to not only Snell, but anyone who's out there.
Yeah, and they wanted. We also talked about them wanting to get to the Dodgers bullpen. Now look, we're not picking on the Dodgers bullpen. It's just the Toronto hitters are that good, and no one coming from that bullpen is Blake Snell.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's a great point.
The Dodgers bullpen, it's interesting because let's start here. Dodgers bullpen second half of the year was their weakness, right? They got every starter healthy, and in the playoffs, their starters have been so good. They really haven't had to rely on the bullpen. Sasaki's closed out games, and then they've had Vesia pitching great, and then Trinan's had a couple of appearances. Well, Vesia isn't in this series. Had a family thing he had to deal with, so he's not here. So all of a sudden, the extended bullpen comes in. Totally different game. That's the first time the Dodgers have really had to go to that in this postseason, and they got burned.
Well, I think two things. You mentioned Vesia. I mean, they really miss him. He's one of the most trusted Dodger bullpen arms, both lefty and righties for Dave Roberts. But it also comes to like stressful innings, stressful pitches. Quite honestly, the Dodgers haven't had much. They've been a train wreck. They've destroyed everybody that's got in front of them. And today they're on their heels again. It'll be very interesting how they come back tomorrow. I'm sure they'll come back strong.
I don't think the Dodgers pitching is going to be an issue. They have a stud as an starter, and they also have a stud in the bullpen. When it comes down to long reliever, you have a starter in the bullpen that they can come in and pitch 3-4 innings as well. The thing is that as a power pitching, which is what they have coming out of the bullpen, the Blue Jays know how to dominate power pitching. They know how to stay on power pitching better than anybody I have ever seen. So with this Blue Jay team, you need to have many miles of difference in between hard pitching and soft pitching to be able to get them off a balance. Otherwise, they will wear you out.
Yeah, and look, it's not just anyone that comes out of the bullpen is not Blake Snell. Anyone that comes out of the bullpen is not Glasnow. It's not Ohtani. It's not any of their starters. It's sort of like a gift and a curse. You have great starters, but if you have a team that can wear down the starter and get to the bullpen, it's much easier for them. Not saying it's easy. It's just an easier matchup for the Blue Jays hitters against the bullpen than it is their starters.
I'll tell you one thing, too. I think you go earlier in the game. Trey Savage, was being worked a little bit. The Dodgers were making him work. But they were at the second and third inning. It felt like the Dodgers could have put up big numbers in those innings. And give the kid credit, man. He hung in there. He got some good defense behind him. And he only allowed 2 runs in those 2 innings. Kind of got it to the Blue Jay bullpen. And really, obviously, then the offense took over from there. Dave Roberts knows his team missed some offensive chances tonight.
You look back at, last couple weeks, there's some pivotal at-bats that can flip games that I think that we can be better at. At times I think that the offense looks great as far as building innings, but there's some key at-bats that, you got to win pitches and, use the other side of the field, get a hit, take a walk, whatever it might be. But I think that, we can be better. We need to be better. Gosman, these guys are fired up. They're playing good baseball. So, just 1 through 9, we just got to continue to take good at-bats and play good baseball, then we'll be fine.
Yeah, well, you look at, for some reason, Game 1 in L.A. Dodgers history of the World Series has not been their friend. We're 1-12. Makes no sense, just one of those weird things. Here's another stat, though, that's maybe more relevant to the times. 24 of 30 teams winning Game 1 in the World Series in the wild card era have won the World Series. So it's getting that leg up, getting that first game under your belt has really made a difference. And I want to just follow up on Dave Roberts there. And maybe, guys, tell me what you think. Derek, is it the layoff? Is it rust? But in the playoffs, the Dodgers, they haven't been a juggernaut offensively. And quite honestly, no one's paid attention because they haven't had to, because their pitching's been real good. So I'm curious how you look at their offense right now with that layoff and what it's going to be like going forward.
I think their offense is going to get better as the series extends. That's why I said, if the Toronto Blue Jays can steal a couple games here early, it's a problem. Now for the first time, pressure is on the Los Angeles Dodgers for the first time this postseason. Tomorrow night is a must-win for the Los Angeles Dodgers. You do not want to go down to a team like this having to win 4 out of 5 and 2 in this stadium. So the pressure's on them. Pitching staff has been so great they haven't had to hit. They're going to have to hit when they're playing the Toronto Blue Jays.
I absolutely agree with you that their offense is going to get better. The problem is how long it's going to take them to get to that point. Because I always say this, baseball is an everyday sport where you have to execute and have your adrenaline going at all time, especially during the playoff and short series. Tonight, the offense that we saw from the Dodgers is not the offense that we are used to. And to your point, Kevin, you're right. They haven't been the one team that kills you offensively. They have been able to score enough runs to win because of their pitching staff that have been great, but they haven't killed the opposition for example, like the Blue Jays did against them tonight.
Yeah, look, the Dodgers, the way they beat the Phillies and the Brewers is really with great pitching, not too much hitting, to your point. The toughest thing to do is hit in October. And what's even tougher is when your back is up against the wall. And quite honestly, the Dodgers don't have a lot of experience there because they're that good. They're that dominant. Be very interesting. Now, on the U Savage side, I think this is the most impressive start he's had all October. And I know he was brilliant against the Yankees and others for a few reasons. He did not have his best stuff. He only threw 10 splits. He has a little bit of a mixed slide. It wasn't great, but he still gutted it out, 5 innings, 2 runs, and gave his team a chance to win.
He got out of a bases-loaded jam in the second inning, only 1 run, and then again, he got a great play from Bo Bichette. He got Freeman going to third, but got a big out there. Get Muncy on a strikeout, so it's an impressive job by him. And, of course, the Blue Jays offense picked it up from there. Derek, we noticed there's something that was missing there in our earlier segment. Can you help us out here?
Yeah, well, I've been here for this is my 3rd year that I've been here, and I have the privilege of sitting next to my guy here, David Ortiz. And I'm watching all these My Dog shirts go out to everyone, and everyone fakes it like they really want to keep it. They really don't want it.
Come on, man, that's not true.
But Addison Barger, do we have video of this? Actually left his shirt. We don't have video, of course, because you stopped the video. But it's right here.
Is that
and
the
shirt? He refused to wear it because
no,
it was
that's an extra one. That's an extra one. He took it. That's my boy. That's my boy, Kevin.
Well, I know. Apparently, you guys live next to each other in the Dominican Republic.
That's
Who
my
knew?
boy.
I didn't know that. There's a lot
His
in common.
father bought a house from me in the Dominican.
Do you still like him?
Matter of fact, he just texted me.
That sounds super shady.
Text me.
Did he really? I love
wanna
it.
see it?
Adam, no, I believe you. I believe
show
you.
you.
Actually, if you just ask him why he left the shirt here, that would be great.
That's not the shirt. He took it. This guy trying to make me look bad. Matter of
No,
fact,
we would never do that. We would never do that.
What's this?
We love you.
Fake news, Papi. Fake news.
I have a whole store right here.
What else you got underneath that desk? Have you got like multiple shirts?
It's complicated.
You don't want to know, Kevin.
You know
It's
what?
private.
What's not look?
It's private.
Good idea. Good idea. Highlights. If you missed it, why don't we
Let's
catch
see the
up?
highlight,
Let's
Kevin.
see it. Papi, great idea. Here we go. So the Dodgers and Shohei trying to repeat. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. the Blue Jays looking for a World Series championship for the first time since 1993. And then it's this. Dalton Varsho, 2-run home run off of Blake Snell. Third of the postseason. Jays have life. A lefty hitting a home run of Snell for the first time in a couple of years. 6th inning, same score. Snell in trouble. Blue Jays making him work. He hits Varsho here. Certainly didn't want to do that on 3-2, and then he's lifted there. Bases loaded. Ernie Clement, who's hitting like 770 in the playoffs. Guy's a machine, delivers. And then it was on. The merry-go-round goes from here. Andres Jimenez, he's had an excellent postseason. Snell leaves, and then it's this. Addison Barger.
Bang!
Pinch hit salami.
From Buffalo to Toronto.
And the floodgates open against Anthony Banda. Look at that. What a moment for Barger, who didn't start this game, obviously, with the platoon that the Blue Jays played, but he put an exclamation point on it. And then a little later, Shohei Ohtani getting in a groove off Braden Fisher, 2-run home run. And that would be it. Certainly wouldn't be enough. We'll see if it gets Ohtani going for game 2. Bottom line, a 9-run 6th inning. Jays offense, really everybody contributing here tonight. See Kirk's night, 3 for 3. Varsho with the home run. Barger with the big shot. And then it's Blake Snell, who was good, but he's been amazing in these playoffs. But tonight, not enough to beat Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, learned a lot. I wasn't locating the ball. I mean, it's pretty simple. Command with the fastball wasn't great. Really changed up. I couldn't locate that either. And then the last inning there, I locate that pitch all the time and then walk Bo, and I know what I can do and get it out there. So it's just frustrating, but learned a lot. Still confident. I know what I can do. I know who I am.
This is, look, bottom line is Dodgers starting pitching since the beginning of the NLCS. They had 4 runs. They let up 4 runs in the entire series against Milwaukee. They let up 11 here tonight. So the Dodgers pitching taking a little bit of a hit. And now I'm curious. We talked about the offense, Alex. Now I'm curious, though, with Yamamoto, who pitches tomorrow, who's also been brilliant, threw a complete game his last time out. I wonder the confidence level of these Blues is. They say, hey, well, Snell's been great. We got him. Bring on Yamamoto tomorrow.
Well, look, the only thing the Blue Jays are hoping for is that Game 2 starts right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they have mojo. They have excitement. Fans feel the same way. Look, he's a tremendous pitcher going up against a great, great lineup. Now we all know that. But I think the confidence level will be high. One quick thing on Snell, watching that interview, Papi's been saying all October how important it is to play every single day. Well, starting pitchers take 4 days between starts. For Snell, that was 12. That's 3 times more. And in that inning, Papi, they had 9 pitch at bat twice. This is a handful, and I think 12 days is too much.
Absolutely. When we were watching him pitch tonight, it seems like he wasn't having feeling for his fastball. He was going to his secondary pitch that he was locating for the strike. The batters knows that. They can see that. They can pick on that, Kevin. I saw Kirk, the catcher, putting some good swing on some off-beat pitches during the one at bat that he ended up walking. This Blue Jay lineup, they don't strike out. They face one of the pitchers that go for the most strikeout per game. And they strike out 4 times during the whole game, 35 at bat.
Wow.
What that tells you? This thing is a pain, guys. You know where.
Yeah, they're a pain. I mean, look, what did Snell say a couple of times? He learned a lot. He learned a lot, so he'll make the adjustments going into his next start against this team. But this is not a team. We keep saying it. If you have a free swinging team and you get runners on base, you can pitch your way out of it. If you have a team that really focuses on always putting the ball in play, it makes it much more difficult to get out of these jams. And you saw the Toronto Blue Jays were not chasing pitches down. They were waiting. They were forcing him into the zone, and they were coming up with their hits.
And KB, to answer your question, I didn't want to be so rude, but
no.
I wanted to get that point in on Snell because I thought it was important because Papi's been spot on all October. But Yamamoto, look, where does a team's confidence feel? Is tomorrow's starting pitcher. So the Dodgers should feel pretty darn confident because they have one hell of a pitcher going, and I think he'll be outstanding tomorrow. And I like that you have lefty, righty. I think that benefits the Dodgers.
Pressure on the Dodgers?
Tremendous pressure.
Really?
The most pressure they've had probably in this whole run because that was more than a win, fellas. That was a spank down.
Yeah, but, excuse me, you saw Dave Roberts' interview. He's calm.
Sure.
The Dodgers have been here. They've been here before. They know what it takes to win. They know that losing by 10 runs is the same as losing by 1 run.
That's right.
It gives the Toronto Blue Jays a lot more confidence, and they're not a team that ever lacks confidence because they know they can hit. But I expect the Dodgers to bounce back. I expect their at-bats to be better tomorrow. And it's going to be another one of those games, man. It could go either way.
I would not call them pressure yet because it's kind of too early and they are a hell of a team. I will call them, let's pay attention to what we got going on right here because we saw a team tonight that attacked during the whole game. They never stopped. They were attacking the whole game. They're good pitching. So if that happened tomorrow again, it's not going to be a surprise for them because they saw it show tonight. So I will say this, tomorrow, the whole ball club going to start paying better attention than tonight.
And Papi, I'll say this. Sometimes it's easier, Cap, to your point, to lose a blowout than lose a heartbreaker 2-1 because sometimes those hurt more. You get blown out, you just say delete and start again tomorrow.
Yeah, good point. We'll see how it goes, but the Blue Jays certainly happy with the result tonight. Rousing Game 1 win. How about this? We touched on this in the pregame, talking about teams that swept in the LCS against teams that went 7 games in the LCS. What we're talking about is the team with more rest has not won. It's happened time and time again, and it is hard. That's the bottom line. Papi, look
They're still here, Kevin. Look at the Dominican flag, Kevin.
I love it.
Some of our people right here. Vámonos, mi gente. Míralo ahí. Mi bandera, papá.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Some loyal fans sticking it out late in the East Coast. They don't care. This Blue Jays offense tonight, 14 hits, and really contributions from up and down. I mean, it's the thing with them. When you look at the box score, like there's crooked numbers in like everybody's, line in some way or form. And this offense doing what they did all year long. Let's hear from their manager, John Schneider.
So much credit to the guys up and down the lineup being ready to come into the game. They were ready during BP, talking to Nate, talking to Izzy, Addy. Those at-bats in that inning, starting with Bo's walk, then a knock, it kind of just kept on going. But those were some pretty terrific at-bats from everyone up and down the order, yeah.
Yeah, Bo Bichette back in the lineup. That helped. He had a hit, had a big walk, made a great defensive play. And so Game 2 tomorrow night or tonight, depending where you're watching us right now. Here's what it is. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, complete game his last time out. There you go against Kevin Gausman, the ace for Toronto, who they elected to go in Game 2 and now will take the ball up 1-0. What's your early view of this Game 2 matchup?
Well, Gausman's had a lot of experience against the Dodgers. Remember, fans, that he was at San Francisco the past few years, and he's had 6 starts. He's had a mid-2 ERA, so he knows, and he also got a chance to watch a very similar Savage tonight. I think he'll be ready to go. I think both pitchers will be ready to go tomorrow.
I agree with you. They facing pretty much exactly the same guy with more velocity, more experience, a guy that play in that division. So they definitely, the Dodgers have an idea what they are getting now. What it's going to be something to see tomorrow is how stable their swing is going to be compared with what it looked like tonight.
Both clubhouses feel good right now. If you're the Dodgers, hey, we have Yamamoto, we win this game, we go back home 1-1. Toronto, you have your ace on the mound, you win, you're going, guarantees that you're coming back here to Toronto. So both teams are feeling good. Yamamoto threw a complete game. He's not going to throw one tomorrow night. He's not. Not saying he won't deal or have a great outing. Toronto just sees too many pitches. So someone else from the bullpen is going to have to step up because I just don't see him going 9 innings against a team as patient as the Toronto Blue Jays.
And doesn't strike out as much.
No.
Right, and KB, to your point about a very collective, diverse approach and everybody checking in from that lineup, 8 different Blue Jays got hits. But if you're the Blue Jays, you're saying, wait a minute, I have more in the tank. Our 3 top guys didn't get RBIs. Guerrero, Springer, and who's the last one? And Bichette. None of them got, and they still scored a bunch of runs.
That's pretty good. They also didn't have to use their top 2 relievers in the game, so that's helpful as well, right? So that just all those little things that add up. Now we'll see how the starting pitchers do tomorrow.